Joe was playing football. He hurt his knee. You can say Joe hurt his knee playing football. We are feeling tired, so you went to bed early. You can say feeling tired. I went to bed early. Playing football and feeling tired. If the ing phrase is at the beginning of the sentence, we write a comma after it. When two things happen at the same time, you can use an ing phrase. Kate is in the kitchen making coffee. She is in the kitchen and she is making coffee. A man ran out of the house shouting. He ran out of the house and he was shouting. Do something. Don't just stand there doing nothing. We also use ing when one action happens during another action. We use ing for the longer action. Joe hurt his knee playing football while he was playing. Did you cut yourself shaving while you was shaving? You can also use ing after while or when. Joe hurt his knee while playing football. Be careful when crossing the street when you are crossing. When one action happens before another action, we use having for the first action. Having found the hotel, we look for some place to have dinner. Having found the hotel, we looked for some place to have dinner. Having finished her work, she went home. Having finished her work, she went home. Having found a hotel, we looked for some place to have dinner. You can also say after ing. After finishing her work. After finishing her work, she went home. If one short action follows another short action, you can use the simple ing form. Doing instead of having done. Taking a key out of his pocket, he opened the door. These structures are used more in written English than in spoken English. You can use an ing phrase to explain something or to say why somebody does something. Feeling tired, I went to bed early. Being unemployed, he doesn't have much money because he is unemployed. Not having a car, she has trouble getting around because she doesn't have a car. Having already seen the movie twice, I didn't want to go again with my friends because I had already seen it twice. I eat a banana every day. I like bananas. I eat rice every day. I like rice. Banana is a countable noun. Rice is an uncountable noun. A countable noun can be singular, banana, or plural, bananas. We can use numbers with countable nouns, so we can say one banana, two bananas. Example of nouns usually countable. Kate was singing a song. There is a nice beach near here. Do you have a 10 bill? It wasn't your fault. It was an accident. There are no batteries in the radio. We don't have enough cups. Rice is an uncountable noun. An uncountable noun has only one form. We cannot use numbers with uncountable nouns, so we cannot say one rice, two rice. Kate was listening to music. There is sand in my shoes. Do you have any money? It wasn't your fault. It was bad luck. There is no electricity in this house. We don't have enough water. You can use a and with singular countable nouns, a beach, a student, an umbrella. You cannot use singular countable nouns alone without a, the, my. I want a banana. There's been an accident. You can use plural countable nouns alone. I like bananas. Accidents can be prevented. You cannot normally use a and with uncountable nouns. We do not say a sand, a music, a rice, but you can often use a bowl of, a pound of, a grain of rice. You can use countable nouns alone without the my son. I eat rice every day. I eat rice every day. There is blood. There is blood on your shirt. Can you hear music? Can you hear music? You can use some and any with plural countable nouns. We sang some songs. Did you buy any apples? We use many and few with plural countable nouns. We didn't take many pictures. I have a few things to do. You can use some and any with uncountable nouns. We listened to some music. Did you buy any apple juice? We use much and little with uncountable nouns. We didn't do much shopping. I have a little work to do. I have a few things to do. I have a little work to do. Did you hear a noise just now? A specific noise. I bought a paper to read, a newspaper. There is a hair in my soup, one single hair. You can stay with us. There is a spare room, a room in a house. I had some interesting experiences while I was traveling. Things that happened to me. Enjoy your trip. Have a good time. I had some interesting experiences. Enjoy your trip. Have a good time. I can't work here. There's too much noise, not too many noise. I need some paper to write on. Material for writing on. You've got very long hair. You've got very long hair. All the hair on your head. You can sit here. There isn't any room. There isn't any room. Offered me the job because I had a lot of experience. I had a lot of experience, not experiences. I had some interesting experiences while I was traveling. They offered me the job. They offered me the job because I had a lot of experience. I can't wait. I don't have time. Coffee, tea, juice, beer are normally uncountable. I don't like coffee very much. I don't like coffee very much. I don't like coffee very much. But you can say a coffee, two coffee. Two coffees are an orange juice. Two coffees and an orange juice, please. The following nouns are usually uncountable: a device, baggage, behavior, bread, chaos, damage, furniture, information, lurk, luggage, news, permission, progress, scenery, traffic, weather, work. You cannot use a and with these nouns. I'm going to buy some bread. A loaf of bread. Enjoy your vacation. Enjoy your vacation. If you have a good weather. You have a good weather. These nouns are not usually plural, so we do not say. We do not say. Breads, furnitures. Where are you going to put all your furniture? Let me know if you need more information. News is uncountable, not plural. The news was very depressing. The news was very depressing. Travel means traveling in general. We do not say a travel to mean a travel. They spend a lot of money. They spend a lot of money on travel. We had a very good trip. We had a very good trip. Money on travel. I'm looking for a job. What a beautiful view. What a beautiful view. It's a nice day today. We had a lot of bags and suitcases. These chairs are mine. These chairs are mine. That's a good suggestion. I'm looking for work. I'm looking for work. What beautiful scenery. It's a nice weather. It's a nice weather today. We had a lot of baggage and luggage. This furniture is mine. That's a good advice. That's a good advice. That's a good suggestion. That's a good advice. Countable nouns can be singular or plural. A dog, dogs. A child, some children. The evening, the evenings. This party, these parties. An umbrella, two umbrellas. Before singular countable nouns, you can use a an. Goodbye, have a nice evening. Do you need an umbrella? You cannot use a singular countable nouns alone without a, the, my. She never wears a hat. Be careful of the dog. Be careful of the dog. What a beautiful, be careful of the dog. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. I've got a headache. I've got a headache. We use a "and" to say what kind of a thing or person something somebody is. That's a nice table. In the plural, we use the noun alone. Those are nice chairs. Those are nice chairs. Those are nice chairs. A dog is an animal. Dogs are animals. Dogs are animals. I'm an optimist. We're optimists. Tim's father is a doctor. Most of my friends are students. Are you a good driver? Are they good students? Are they good students? Jill is a really nice person. Jill's parents are really nice people. What a pretty dress. What awful shoes. We say that somebody has a long nose, a nice face, blue eyes, small hands. Jack has a long nose. Jack has a long nose. Jack has blue eyes. Remember to use a "and" when you say what somebody's job is. Sandra is a nurse. Sandra is a nurse. Would you like to be an English teacher? You can use some with plural countable nouns. We use some in two ways. Some, a number of, a few of, a pair of. I've seen some good movies recently. Some friends of mine are coming to stay this weekend. I need some new sunglasses. A new pair of sunglasses. Do not use some when you are talking about things in general. I love bananas. My aunt is a writer. She writes books. My aunt is a writer. She writes books. Sometimes you can make sentences with or without some. There are eggs in the refrigerator if you are hungry. There are some eggs in the refrigerator if you are hungry. Some but not all. Some children learn very quickly. Tomorrow there will be rain in some places, but most of the country will be dry. I had a sandwich and an apple for lunch. The sandwich wasn't very good, but the apple was delicious. John says a sandwich and an apple because this is the first time he talks about them. John now says the sandwich and the apple because Karen knows which sandwich and which apple he means. The sandwich and the apple that he had for lunch. A woman was sitting across from me. The man was American, but I think the woman was British. When we were on vacation, we stayed at a hotel. Sometimes we ate at the hotel and sometimes we went to a restaurant. We use the when we are thinking of one specific thing. Compare a "n" and the. Tim sat down on a chair, perhaps one of many chairs in the room. Tim sat down on the chair nearest the door, a specific chair. Paula is looking for a job. Did Paula get the job she applied for? Do you have a car? I washed the car yesterday. We use the when it is clear in the situation which thing or person we mean. For example, in a room, we talk about the light, the floor, the ceiling, the door, the carpet. Can you turn off the light, please? I took a taxi to the station. In a store, I'd like to speak to the manager. I'd like to speak to the manager, please. The manager of this store. In the same way, we say go to the bank, the post office. I have to go to the bank, and then I'm going to the post office. The speaker is usually thinking of a specific bank or post office. I have to go to the bank, and then I'm going to the post office. We also say the doctor, the dentist, the hospital. Carol isn't very well. She went to the doctor, her usual doctor. Two people were taken to the hospital after the accident. I have to go the bank. I have to go the bank today. Is there a bank near here? I don't like going to the dentist. My sister is a dentist. We say once a week, 3 times a day, 1.59 a pound. How often do you go to the movies? About once a month. How much are those potatoes? $1 a pound. Helen works 8 hours a day, 6 days a week. We use the when there is only one of things. What is the longest river in the world? There is only one longest river. The earth goes around the sun and the moon goes around the earth. Have you ever crossed the equator? I'm going away at the end of this month. I'm going away at the end of this month. Don't forget that Paris is the capital of France. But we use a and to say what kind of thing something is. The sun is a star, one of many stars. The hotel we stayed at was a very nice hotel. We say the sky, the sea, the ocean, the ground, the country, the environment. We looked up at all the stars in the sky. Would you like to live in the country? In the country? Would you like to live in the country? We must do more to protect the environment, the natural world around us, to protect the environment. But we say space without the when it means space in the universe. There are millions of stars in space. There are millions of stars in space. There are millions of stars in space. I tried to park my car, but the space was too small. We use the before same. Your sweater is the same. Your sweater is the same color as mine. Are these keys the same? No, they are different. Are these keys the same? No, they're different. We say the movies, go to the movies, the theater. I go to the movies a lot, but I haven't been to the theater in ages. When we say the movies or the theater, we do not necessarily mean a specific theater. We usually say the radio, but television or TV. Compare. I listen to the radio a lot. I watch television a lot. We heard the news on the radio, but we watch the news on TV. The television said, "Can you turn off the television, please? Can you turn off the television, please?" Breakfast, lunch, dinner. We do not normally use the with the names of meals. What did you have for lunch? What did you have for breakfast? We had lunch. What did you have for breakfast? We had lunch in a very nice restaurant. What time is dinner? What time is dinner? But we use a if there is an adjective before breakfast, lunch. We had a very nice lunch. We had a very nice lunch. Gate 10, room 126. We do not use the before noun plus number. Our plane leaves from gate 10. Our plane noun number. Our plane leaves from gate 10. In a store, do you have these shoes? Do you have these shoes in size 9? In size 9, gate 10. In the same way, we say room 126 in hotel, page 29 of a book, question 3 on a test, platform 6 at a train station. Claudia is 10 years old. Every day she goes to school. She's at school now. School begins at 8:30 and ends at 3. We say a child goes to school or is in school as a student. We are not necessarily thinking of a specific school. We are thinking of school as a general idea. Today, Claudia's mother wants to speak to her daughter's teacher, so she has gone to the school to see her. She's at the school now. Claudia's mother is not a student. She is not in school. She doesn't go to school. If she wants to see Claudia's teacher, she goes to the school, Claudia's school, a specific school. We use prison, jail, college, class, and church in a similar way. We do not use the when we are thinking of the general idea of these places and what they are used for. Ken's brother is in prison for robbery. He is a prisoner. We are not thinking of a specific prison. When I finish high school, I want to go to college. Mrs. Kelly goes to church every Sunday to a religious service. Mrs. Kelly goes to church every Sunday. I was in class for 5 hours today. Attending a class. I was in class. Attending a class or classes in high school or college. I was in class for 5 hours today. Ken went to the prison to visit his brother. He went as a visitor. He went as a visitor, not as a prisoner. Dan is a student at the college where I used to work, a particular college. Some workmen went to the church to repair the roof, not for religious service. Who is the youngest student in the class? A specific group of students. With most other places, you need for example, the hospital, the bank, the station. We say go to bed, be in bed. It's time to go to bed now. Do you ever have breakfast in bed? But I sat down on the bed, a specific piece of furniture. I sat down on the bed. Go to work. Go to work. Be at work. Start work. Finish work. And didn't go to work yesterday. And didn't go to work yesterday. What time do you usually finish work? Go home, come home, arrive home, get home, be home. It's late. It's late. Let's go home. It's late. Let's go home. Will you be home? Will you be home tomorrow? Will you be home tomorrow afternoon? When we are talking about things or people in general, we do not use the I'm afraid of dogs. I'm afraid of dogs. Doctors are paid more than teachers. Doctors are paid more than teachers. Do you collect stamps? Crime is a problem in most big cities. Life has changed a lot in the last 30 years. Do you like classical music? Do you like classical music? Chinese food? Do you like fast cars? My favorite sport is football, skiing, hockey. My favorite subject at school was history, physics, English. We say most people, most books, most cars, most hotels accept credit cards. We use the when we mean specific things or people. In general, children learn from playing. Children in general. I couldn't live without music. All cars have wheels. Sugar isn't very good for you. Do Americans drink much tea? Do Americans drink much tea? We took the children to the zoo, a specific group, perhaps the speaker's children. We took the children. The movie wasn't very good, but I liked the music in the movie. All the cars in this parking lot belong to people who work here. Can you pass the sugar, please? Can you pass the sugar, please? The sugar on the table. Do the Americans you know drink tea? Only the Americans you know, not Americans in general. The difference between something in general and something specific is not always clear. In general, I like working with people. I like working with people who are lively. Not all people, but people who are lively is still a general idea. Do you like coffee? Coffee in general. Do you like strong black coffee? Not all coffee, but strong black coffee is still a general idea. Specific people or things. I like the people I work with. Did you like the coffee we had after dinner last night? Did you like the coffee we had after dinner last night? The giraffe is the tallest. The giraffe is the tallest of all animals. The bicycle is an excellent means of transportation. When was the telephone invented? The dollar is a currency, the money of the United States. In this example, the does not mean one specific thing. The giraffe, a specific type of animal, not a specific giraffe. We use the singular countable noun in this way to talk about a type of animal, machine. In the same way, we use the for musical instrument. Can you play the guitar? Can you play the guitar? The piano is my favorite instrument. Can you play the guitar? The piano is my favorite instrument. I'd like to have a piano. I'd like to have a piano, but I can't play the piano. We saw a giraffe at the zoo. The giraffe is my favorite animal. Note that. Note that we use man, human beings in general, without the. What do you know? What do you know about the origins? What do you know about the origins of a man? What do you know about the origins of man? We use the adjective to talk about groups or people, especially the young, the rich, the sick, the blind, the injured, the dead, the deaf, the disabled, the poor, the old, the elderly, the homeless, the employed, the young people. Do you think the rich? Do you think the Do you think the rich should pay higher taxes? The government has promised to provide more money to help the homeless. These expressions are always plural in meaning. For example, you cannot say a young or the injured for one person. You must say a young person, the injured woman. Note that we say the poor, the young, the nationality. You can use the nationality adjectives that end in ch. The meaning is the people of that country. The French are famous for their food. The French, the English are plural in meaning. We do not say a French and English. We have to say a Frenchman, an English woman. You can also use the nationalities ending in Chinese, the Sudanese, the Japanese. The Chinese invented printing, but these words can also be singular. A Japanese, a Sudanese, a Vietnamese, also Swiss and the Swiss. With other nationalities, the plural noun ends in s. The Italians, a Mexican, Mexicans, a Thai, Thais. With these words, we do not normally use the to talk about the people in general.